Aline says, "Hi love." The other day Aline says, "Hi love. Glad you came." Aline alone says, "I don't understand, enough, don't talk to me. It seems like I'm invisible. It's not normal for a husband to arrive and not even look at his wife. I stay here doing everything and he comes and doesn't even greet me. There's nothing wrong there and I'll go there and see." Aline asked, "Pedro, what are you doing?" Pedro replied, "What is Aline?" Aline said, "Hey, I don't understand you. You arrive and don't look at me anymore, and it even seems that I'm invisible in this house." And Pedro says, "Look at you. I got tired from work and I'm here having to pack my things, because you didn't even fix it for that." And Aline says, "It happens, Pedro. I don't stop for a minute, I keep fixing the other things, and that doesn't justify you for treating me that way." Pedro says, "How to treat you?" She says, "I am your wife," and he says, "What a wife? For God's sake, it was the time when you were my wife." And she says, "Hey Pedro, I don't know what's going on in your head, but let's talk." And he throws an outfit at her and says, "This is yours." And he says, "You can't treat me that way. If it's something that's happening to you, we have to talk." And he says, "Talk? Talk to me. Why don't I talk to you, Aline? Is that all you have to talk to me about?" Aline says, "No, it's not just that. I'm going to the supermarket. Do you want me to bring you something?" He says, "I don't want anything from the supermarket. If I want something I take my 2 legs and go, and excuse me from here, Aline." And she says, "How rude." Aline says, "Oh my God in heaven. What a human being who deserves to go through this, and I do everything inside this house. I give my best to my relationship and he just treats me like that, kicking me. No, I don't deserve this. No, I'm not a dog. No." And enough, it seems like I'm invisible. Enough doesn't pay attention. I have to keep begging for his affection. What did I do to deserve this, to be treated like this? Let me stop it and go to the supermarket. Pedro says, "I'm glad she left. Let me solve what interests me here." He says, "Hi my love. How are you?" When he has the answer he says, "I'm fine too. I knew you were going to tell me about her, but I've already started to treat her badly, just like you asked me to, and I can't take it anymore. I want to be with you soon, and I think she won't get tired that easily. No, but I'm thinking that I'm going to take that attitude I told you, I'm going to ask for a divorce soon, so we can be together. I don't think I'm going to wait any longer. I can't take it anymore. Looking at her face is very difficult, and tomorrow I'll talk to her now and say goodbye." The other day, Pedro says, "Aline, please come to the table, we need to talk." And she says, "Talk? What do you love? Did something happen? How strange, you have a serious face. I'll be worried like that." Pedro then says, "Aline, I've been wanting to talk to you for a while, but you can be sure the problem isn't in you, it's in me." Aline asked, "What problem?" "I'm getting anxious," he says, and Pedro says, "It's just that, Aline, I'm going through another situation of things that I have to solve that are pending, and I decided that it's better for us to get a divorce." She says, "Calm down. To divorce? Like this? I didn't decide to divorce like that." "And what pending things?" Pedro says, "It's something that I had already decided on, and it's not something that will have a second chance, and I don't want to have this kind of conversation. I just want to settle this with you, understand?" And Aline says, "How are you saying that you have pending things to resolve? You are my husband, and as I don't know about it, and a marriage doesn't end like this one making the decision. No." And Pedro says, "I knew it would be like this. There's no way to have a conversation with you and get straight to the point." And she says, "Love doesn't end a marriage like this. It's been more than 10 years together, we have children, and we are a family." And he says, "I don't want it anymore, and for me it will be better to divorce, and I contacted the lawyer, and I also contacted the notary's office, and we will be seeing this, and in up to a week, and during that time, Aline, I think it's better for you to sleep in the room, and I sleep in the room over here, till we don't have any kind of discussion." Aline says, "So you're just communicating with me? That's it? You've already set everything up, it's already up to date." And Pedro says, I had already decided that I would do this, and Aline says, "You're just communicating to me, you're not giving me the right to reply or the right to fight for my marriage." Pedro said, "I don't want to get to that point and know if you want to recant or if you want to come back. I don't want to know any of that, Aline, and I don't want to be with you anymore." And Aline says, "Let me tell you something, a marriage or a couple, they go through crises and situations that they go through, and you can't just take this moment that we are in disagreement and want to separate and throw everything away." And Pedro says, "It's Aline, but now it's enough, and in a week everything will be solved." And Aline says, "I'm just going to tell you one thing, you'll regret it." Aline alone says, "My God. It's not possible that this is happening to me. My marriage is 10 years and our children, our house and my life. There's something strange, something wrong, and there's something going on that he didn't want to tell me. He just said he wants a divorce, and he's already marked everything and everything behind my back, and now he's just communicated to me. But if that's what he wants, he'll have it, but he'll regret it if he leaves." On the day of the divorce, Pedro on the phone says, "Hi, my baby. The big day has arrived. That sick woman is finishing getting ready, and I can't wait to get this divorce out soon, and you can rest easy. As soon as I'm done here with her, I'll go straight to her house so we can celebrate, and don't worry about no time. I'll be there in a little while, and I want to get there, and you'll already be in lingerie for me, and say goodbye." Pedro yells, "Hurry up, Aline." Aline arrives and says, "Let's go, Pedro," and he says, "I'm just going to solve something here in the room and we'll go," and she agrees and asks him not to delay. In the fourth, Peter says, "My God in heaven. She is beautiful. I had never seen Aline like this, and did I make the right choice for my life? Oh, don't get this out of my head, and let me go solve it soon." Pedro says, "Ready, Aline, we can go now," and she agrees, and he says, "To be honest, you look very beautiful. Congratulations." She says, "Thank you. Actually, I'm not very pretty, it's just that you never noticed the woman you have in the house," and he apologizes and calls her to go, and she says, "Let's go, but first I'll leave this here." Months later, Peter says, "Oh my God in heaven. What have I been doing with my life? Why did I go to ask Aline for a divorce? Since I didn't imagine that I wouldn't work out with this other person, and now I'm missing her, do I care? Will she take me back? I'll call." Aline hears her cell phone ringing and asks Pedro, "Why is he calling me?" When answering, she says, "Hi, Pedro." He says, "Hi, Aline, how are you?" She says, "It's okay, but what do you need? Did something happen?" And he says, "No, Aline, I just called to ask you if everything is okay there," and she says, "Everything is okay. In fact, after our divorce my life only got better," and he says, "So Aline was really what I wanted to talk about with you. It's just that I'm missing you so much. I can't eat or sleep. I just wanted you to take a little time for us to talk. What do you think?" Aline says, "Talk, Peter? How many times I didn't want to talk, and you didn't listen to me, and you remember that it was you who wanted it like this? I warned you, but it's too late now. I don't want to talk anymore. No, bye." Pedro says, Aline doesn't hang up, she hangs up. "Oh my God, what did I do with my life?" And Aline says, "Second chance, that's all I needed." And would you give a second chance in this situation? Leave it in the comments.